¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome to another video. So today is a really interesting topic because I just went to church and I had essentially earlier dinner with my business partner, and we were talking about a lot of stuff that's going on in our lives individually. And this is going to be a different video, not necessarily an educational video, but before we get into that, my name is Pedro Millan. I literally own 2 SMMA businesses as of right now, making multiple 6 figures with 50 million views to my name, 100 booked appointments, and a Grammy with one of the campaigns that I ran last year. And I don't want to sell you anything. I just want you to make better content. But today we're going to do a different video overall. We were talking essentially going to this place called the Big Cheese. If you live in Miami, you know where that's at. And we were just basically talking about where do we want our lives to go into the future overall. And if you've been watching this channel, like, this channel is essentially trying to help you to make content online so that way you can make more money overall, right? So we can get to the life that you want to create and eventually literally set up financial freedom and do anything in your life that you feel like you've been wanting to do for a really long time, all with just making videos. And that's going to uphold the same thing, but however, every once in a while, I do like to give some sort of life lesson that I'm basically going through as of right now. And what I'm realizing is that a lot of the business that I have, that I'm currently doing with my current SMMA, is very stressful. And my main thing is that, like, it's not necessarily stressful because of the workload or because of my clients. I love my clients. All my clients are awesome. However, what I'm starting to realize is that, like, as you grow, people start to treat you differently. And you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, and Zach said something really interesting that I thought would be actually a really good Yap video. So essentially, this is a long Yap video. And what he basically said was that some people just don't want you to win, you know? And I always thought, like, why that is. It's like, if you do better in your life and you have friends that are genuinely your friends, why wouldn't they be happy for you? You know? I would ask myself all the time, just thinking, like, why are people, like, so obsessed with what I'm doing and trying to bring me down when I'm starting to win? Like, I'm starting to make more money. I'm starting to lead a life with more fulfillment. I'm starting to do the things that I said I was going to do. I'm more aligned with God these days. And yet, people seem to keep coming into my life to tell me that I'm not worth-ish, or make me feel like I'm not worth-ish. And my business partner was basically telling me the same thing. And out of all of it, I was just asking my business partner, like, why do you think that is? Like, why do people do that? And his response was essentially, I think that people just don't want to see you happy. Like, people genuinely just don't want to see you happy, especially if you're doing better than they are. Which I think is a huge problem. To be honest, if you were more aligned with yourself and God, then you'll never have the issue of literally worrying about what other people are doing, right? I think a lot of people make comparisons all the frickin' time. And it literally says in the Bible not to covet your neighbor. So then why the heck are you going to tear them down, whether it be with not inviting them to places anymore, or not talking to them anymore, or treating them completely different as soon as they start to get a leg up into their financial stability? Like, why do that to another person? You know? You might not be doing that to the people that you're directly involved with, but it seems like every single time and time again, this happens to a lot of people, especially as they start to do better for themselves. And for you, the viewer, I want you to think about the ways in which that you're improving in your life, and how have people distanced themselves because of it. Because to be honest with you, as I grow older, I'm 29 as of recording this. At 29, I feel I'm losing more friends than ever before. And it's not because I'm, like, negating any time to hang out with these people, or I'm just separating myself from the groups that I was basically in. I mean, I literally have friends around the world, at least the ones that I call on a consistent basis, right? But it seems as time goes on, people tend to separate And I used to think it was because, because people have their own things going on. People have a lot of stuff that's going on in their lives, and whether it be like with grievances or deaths in the family, or they just got a new baby, or they got a new girlfriend that doesn't want, or boyfriend that doesn't want them to hang out with their original friends. And in those situations, I always feel a little confused, because if your definition of a friend is essentially somebody that you care about, somebody that you share experiences with, somebody that you share life with, not necessarily in a romantic way, but like in such a way that you're doing things that add value to your life together, then why do people just not want to see you win? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I asked mentors multiple times prior to this conversation that I had with my business partner, and I consistently asked them, like, hey, why do you think that people separate as soon as you start making more money, or start to make certain aspects of your life better? It doesn't necessarily always have to be about money, right? And more often than not, their responses is either because of jealousy, or they have an insecurity in their life, or they're not ready to accept the new version of you as you grow up, which is a pretty crazy concept to think about, and I haven't really come to terms with it, especially since a lot of stuff on the financial realm has multiplied for me, not necessarily in the like the relationship side or anything like that, but it seems to me I'm having a hard time accepting letting go of friends and people that I cared about, because this made me more aware of a concept that's happening in my life that I'm noticing, not only through myself, but like people noticing in me, is that I have a hard time letting go. I have a hard time letting go of a lot of things in my life, whether it be relationships, business ideas, things that I want to accomplish, this, that, and the third, which is a double-edged sword, right? And it's hard. It's a hard concept to come to terms with, to be quite honest with you, because you're always trying to fix or solve or reach a resolution, but some instances don't give you the satisfaction of getting to that point. Sometimes things just wither up into nothing, kind of like the friendships that you tend to lose along the way. So I guess this video, I just want to give you guys the reminder that as you're watching my videos, as you're learning how to basically make money online with content, you're going to notice that you're going to get results, because I'm literally giving you everything that I've learned and all the stuff that's happening in the real world to you for free, obviously, because I want you guys to succeed and because it fuels my purpose. But you'll start to see that it'll start to affect your lives as well. And this is essentially a video to prepare you for that, because nobody prepared me for it, and I'm still going through it, Maybe I'll get better like in the next 5 to 10 years roughly, and I start to be okay with losing people in my life. But as of right now, I'm gonna be honest, it sucks. It really does suck, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that were true. So I'm just letting you know now that, like, with the development of your future, with the development of your business, with the development of your marketing strategies using content to make money online, this is kind of a necessary byproduct in order to get to the next level. And I'll leave you with this. Alex Hormozi said like a really amazing quote, which I think is interesting, is that as you grow in your business, you start to outgrow your friend group, like your original friend group. And then from there, you're in this kind of like phase where you're not good enough to earn your place with your new friend group, but you've outgrown your old friend group. So in this phase, you're just essentially alone. And I feel like a lot of people in my position, or in different levels of wealth and like success and all this other stuff, are going through this stuff. So I'm here to tell you that it will happen, but don't be afraid. Don't think that it's not necessary, because it is. because you're transcending your current self in order to become something more. And I think that's absolutely beautiful, and that's not something you should be worried about. If people come and go, that is their problem, and it's up to you to take the time and the due diligence in order to realize that and come to terms with it when you can. Anyway, different style of video today. Just thought I really wanted to talk about this overall. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on, because I put videos out like this every single day and don't want to miss them. And if you have any videos that you want me to talk about specifically, put it in the comment section, because I'm curious as to what you guys are interested in. But if you're a person that has watched this video and you're somebody that wants to make videos for other people and other businesses overall, you can literally click the first link in the description. I have a community and a coach that you can literally talk to me and my business partner to teach you how to take you from $0 to a 6-figure income in roughly 3 months, 90 days. Otherwise, if you love the video so much, around here is a video that YouTube recommended you to keep watching. So don't stop watching and click that video wherever it is on the screen. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.